Yo, we break records while we pushing the culture forward. Great music and big vibes right in that order. Intellectually petty radio on the stereo. Don't compare us to anything, this a different scenario. We break records while we pushing the culture forward. Great music and big vibes right in that order.
And you are now tuned into another episode of Intellectually Petty Radio, brought to you by M3S3 Clothing, Men Make Moves and Suckers Stand Still, and Photos by Van. And y'all know, man, today is Monday. I don't do too many shows on Monday, but I had to make an exception because I got the legend himself, H1 the Hook, in the building. What's going on, King?
What's going on, boss man? How you?
Oh man, I'm doing good, man. How about yourself? How's your family?
Man, taking it easy, man. The family straight. Everybody good.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Milwaukee, what's going on?
Yeah, man. You know how I go, man. We out here in the ill mill, Milwaukee, man. You know what I'm saying? Home of Jeffrey Dahmer.
Your man's getting a lot of love lately.
Man, they glorifying it around here, man. You know what I'm saying? But they don't understand, dog. There was a lot of families affected by that shit. And there was a lot of, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people affected by it. But, I mean, I guess bad exposure, bad press, always good press. You know what I mean? So
I mean, if you an entertainer or something,
yeah,
but y'all unnecessarily putting a lot of families through a whole ordeal that they still trying to deal with.
Exactly, and it's like people making memes and like it's like went to another level with the shit, and it's like, I mean, it kind of got like out of hand, but it was like, I mean, I don't know, like I guess that's the type of culture we living in now. You know what I'm saying? So with the culture that we living in now, like
yeah,
people never seen Milwaukee. Like, you know what I'm saying, Milwaukee is a small city, so you know what I'm saying, people never really see Milwaukee or never hear really about Milwaukee unless it's the Bucks or, you know what I'm saying. Now it's the Kia Boys and Jeffrey Dahmer. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you're changing that though, bro.
Yeah, but we trying to change the narrative though. You know what I'm saying. We got some dope artists. You know what I'm saying. We got some dope musicians all the way around the board. We got dope artists, dope poets, dope athletes. You know what I'm saying? Like we just made headlines the other day about Jordan Poole. That's one of our star athletes from Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying? To play for the Golden State Warriors. Got into the scuffle with Draymond Green. It just seemed like a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? Like it seemed like it just would be like it's been a lot of negative press about Milwaukee lately. But I mean, it is what it is though. Like, I mean, we're gonna take it with a grain of salt, and then, you know what I'm saying, we always gonna just, you know what I'm saying, do our best to put forth quality stuff, quality music, quality entertainment, quality athletes, so that, you know what I'm saying, that the rest of the states can respect us, you know what I'm saying, for what it is. You know what I mean?
Because I'm gonna tell you, up until this year, I didn't know much about the Milwaukee music scene.
Right.
But Blackout has completely turned that shit around. And what I like about Blackout is that there's a sound, but nobody sounds alike.
Right. Yeah. We changing the narrative, man. Like, and we come from a background where you got some legendary artists, you know what I'm saying, that paved the way for Milwaukee, like Cuckoo Cows, the Rico Loves, you know what I'm saying, the Al Jarreau's.
I didn't know Al Jarreau was from Milwaukee.
Yeah, from Milwaukee. Yeah, Al Jarreau from Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the legendary the jazz singer, the blues singer, Harvey Scales Senior.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He the one that made the disco lady. You know what I'm saying? He the one that made that. And I think the other artists from here now, Baby Drew. You know what I'm saying? In the early 90s, early 80s. You know what I'm saying? Was popping hard too. So, we had a lot of artists that came through here that's from Milwaukee. This you know what I'm saying, touched the industry in certain ways, and you know what I'm saying, a lot of producers. A lot of Grammy Award winning producers and engineers that came from here too. So it's like we always had a music scene, but it was a small music scene because of the, you know what I'm saying, you know how it is, you know what I'm saying, we a small city,
Yeah.
small demographic, you know what I'm saying, then we up north, you know what I'm saying, like we in the Midwest, so it's like when you got St. Louis, you know what I'm saying, being one of the bigger cities from Midwest, you know what I'm saying, and you got Nelly them and St. Lunatics making noise out of St. Louis, and you know what I'm saying, you always had Ohio with the Ohio players and all through there, when Detroit always was a music, you
Let
know
me
what I'm saying,
let
music
me ask you
hub in
this though.
Chicago.
What city is popping now in hip hop? What city would you think is like right at the top right now?
The popular city in hip hop right now to me is Memphis.
See, I'm gonna go. Although I'm biased because I'm from Detroit, but I'm gonna say Detroit.
Yeah, but
Definitely got the most the biggest producer right now. Got to be Helliver.
right. But
Yeah.
I mean, I can say that, but I mean, like as far as like you know, what I mean, you got popping artists that's in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm from, you know, we fuck with Detroit heavy. You know, Milwaukee's like
Oh yeah.
Detroit like a second home to us. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
We spit the same lingo. We wear the same clothes. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Same type of, you know what I'm saying? It's basically the same. It's just with Memphis right now, man. You got to think about it like with all these artists that's flourishing coming from the Memphis area, dog. Like I'm looking at it like that. You looking at it as an industry from an industry perspective, you know what I'm saying? You got Yo Gotti making big noise. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
He got some of the biggest signings that
Yeah.
we have had so far in the industry in the last past, you know what I'm saying, last past year. You know what I'm saying? You got ESTG had the
Yeah.
number one album in the country.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then you just he got Glorilla with the number one single in the country.
Yeah. You got a point there.
You know what I mean? So then
I got to give it up.
you know, probably if Pooh Shiesty don't go to jail, then what we got? You know what I'm saying? Like you got if Pooh Shiesty don't go to jail, you got Moneybag Yo, you got you know what I'm saying? You got a plethora of artists that's coming from Memphis that's making noise, but it's like that sound they ushered in that sound through Pooh Shiesty, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
with that sound being, you know what I'm saying, that drill sound, like it's going into like some southern drill, damn near almost. You know what I mean?
That's a good way to put it. Let me ask you this though. In your sound, there's a lot of pain. Where does that stem from?
Uh I can really say like with the pain, I'm just more of a voice for the streets, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm an advocate for the 80s babies, for the crack babies, for the crack era, the epidemic, the you know what I'm saying, from us being, you know what I'm saying, us being always oppressed as, you know what I'm saying, like a culture as black people and shit like that. Like we come from a painful spot, you know what I'm saying? The pain, you know what I'm saying? The pain recognize pain faster than, you know what I'm saying, than happy recognize happy or joy recognize joy. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like they say, like misery love company. You know what I'm saying? But that's not that I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, to make miserable music or nothing like that. It's just that I know that I can relate to people that's been through the struggle, that's been through the hoops, you know what I'm saying? And it's easy for me to articulate and tell their story through my music, you know what I'm saying? Because there is a lot of pain there, but it's a lot of, you know what I'm saying? I grew up with a mother that was a choir director. I grew up in, you know what I'm saying? I grew up in singing in church choirs, and you know what I'm saying? And my father was a producer, and you know what I'm saying? And that stemmed from, you know what I'm saying, that music background was like always kind of there for me. So, you know what I'm saying, that soul, just that soul, man, listening to, you know what I'm saying, getting watched by my grandma late nights, you know what I'm saying? And she having car parties and shit. She having car parties late at night, and we got to sit on the stairs, so we can't come downstairs in the kitchen and shit. I got to sit on the stairs, listen to motherfucking blues and shit, listen to, you know what I'm saying, all these blues singers that you know what I'm saying, like Bobby Blue Bland, and you know what I'm saying, like and Lil Milton and all these blues singers that was just like, you know what I'm saying, that was spitting this shit, like, you know what I'm saying, they was giving us the pain, but they can talk about anything. Like you got blues singers that talk about like, you know what I'm saying, talk about their wife just left them. It's like with country. Blues is like country, you know what I'm saying? Like
Uh
country
huh.
records. You know what I'm saying? When you with the blues, they telling the truth. They're telling the
Facts.
story, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
It's like
Yeah, like
storytelling.
country is white people blues.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's the same shit, man.
Yeah.
So you've been doing this for a minute. You done had a
Yeah.
lot. You done seen a lot of death in life. You done seen a lot of life. You
Right.
you you I've seen some of your interviews, man. The way you talk, the way you handle yourself, man. I respect it completely. And you put on for your city,
Man, yeah.
and you a historian. What you don't see too often in hip hop is somebody being a historian of the musical lineage, not just of hip hop.
Right. Well, to me, I mean, you got to know in order to get where you got to go, you got to know where you're coming from. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, and I just always was a firm believer in, you know what I'm saying, the research of the game. You know what I'm saying? The more knowledgeable that you are about something that you're trying to do, the farther you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, when you show homage and you pay respect to those who did it before you, you know what I'm saying, they gonna give you the key. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna give you the red carpet to, you know what I'm saying, to success. They're gonna give you the pointers, they're gonna give you the, you know what I'm saying, the phone calls, they're gonna give you the contacts, they're gonna give you the game. You know what I'm saying? And you
Yeah.
always want to make sure that you know what I'm saying, that you being knowledgeable that, you know what I'm saying, that the culture that we in, the music culture is bigger than just the music. You know what I'm saying? The culture, hip hop culture as a whole is like, you know what I'm saying, it's bigger than, you know what I'm saying, it's a way of life now. So, you know what I'm saying, for order for you to get far in the music industry, you're gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, to learn a little bit of history. Now, even if you don't know that much, just,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, grab a hold of, you know what I'm saying, get up under somebody and try to learn a little knowledge about somebody, you know what I'm saying? And that might help you to, you know what I'm saying, expand your career or, you know, some shit like that. But I always, you know what I'm saying, felt like uh to represent my city well, I would have to, you know what I'm saying, uh develop myself as an artist, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, as an artist, you know what I'm saying, on the stage, in the booth, and outside of the booth and off the stage. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when you go into interviews and when you going into so when you doing write ups or when you doing appearances, you always want to be like a people person. You always want to
Yeah.
give a motherfucker the real, and you know what I'm saying, and articulate yourself well because at the end of the day, like we are entertainers. You know what I'm saying? We get paid to entertain. We are a product. You know what I'm saying? We are a brand, and we want to make sure that people take us as such and look at us that way. You know what I'm saying? You don't
Yeah.
want no motherfucker to look at you like, oh yeah, buddy, yeah, like he make good music, but the nigga, you know what I'm saying? The nigga is something about him I don't like, or you
Yeah.
know what I mean? You know, you
Yeah.
get that from cats though. You know what I'm saying? Like antisocial or too cocky or whatever. They act like, you know what I'm saying, but they don't understand that that's tarnishing their brand and that hurt them. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what, the industry doesn't. It wants ready-made situations as opposed to cultivating the situation.
Facts,
You know, back in the day, they used to sign you not for this year; they signed you for 2 years down the road. We're
facts.
gonna teach you how to deal with the audiences. We're gonna teach you how to do press. We're gonna teach you how to be a complete artist and how to make a whole ass project. Now they just want TikTok numbers.
Yeah, I
Can I
mean,
get 15 seconds?
artist development out the window, man. You know,
Facts.
that shit
Facts.
go.
Let me
Like,
ask you this then. With you, what's the biggest difference between when you started and now? For you personally as an artist.
man, I mean, for me personally as an artist, you just said, uh, I can say the way that the way that the shift from you know what I'm saying, the disposable, like we got, like me, to me, I call it disposable music. When you
Mm-hmm.
got these TikToks and all this shit, like this shit is like popcorn shit. Like it come and go, it come and go. Like you got artists that blow up every now, but it's like it's no longevity. It's the attention span of the industry is so short lived.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and that's the biggest thing that I've seen since you know what I'm saying, since I've been well, at least just in the last 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a turnaround in the last 5 years, but I was blessed to five to work with Wyclef for 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Being up under him for 5 years, I was blessed because he taught us, you know what I'm saying, that the wave that was about to come in. You know what I'm saying? He was telling us YouTube and monetizing and where the industry was going to go with these females and all. Like he gave us the game of that 5 years ago, 6 years ago. So I
Yeah.
was like, I was prepared for that kind of curve, but you know what I'm saying? Like when you watch it happen in real time, you know, like
It ain't the same.
hell no, because it's like TikTok, like this shit came out of nowhere. You got to think, like you got other, you know what I'm saying, other platforms that they thought that was gonna pop, but
Mm-hmm.
TikTok just
Just killed
moved them
their
right out
ass.
the way. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You had like Periscope and all these other shit they were trying to, you know what I'm saying, they were trying to big up, and it was like like TikTok pushed that shit out the way because it's like it's instant. You know what I'm saying? And with the music being able to be put on there, you can upload the music and do these dance moves and shit off of there, and you know what I'm saying. You can recreate these movie scenes and shit like that on there. It's like it's no barrier. So it's like for a crafty artist, you know what I'm saying. He take a song, go on TikTok, do a little, you know what I'm saying, do a little song and dance with it. If he find him some influencers or some dancers or some big booty chick or something, you know what I'm saying, to go on there and do. You know how I go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, pretty much.
You know what I'm saying? You got these you got these Instagram models on Instagram, you know what I'm saying, DM me and for price and I'm doing $25 skits or whatever, $25 dances to your songs and all that shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That shit the social media.
Apparently, I'm not big enough because I don't get that type of inboxes.
No, I mean it's on your timeline. If you ain't paying attention, I'm like, it's crazy because it's like it's on the timeline. It's like in the feed. I mean, you just gotta if you probably, I mean, if you're a person that's searching, you know what I'm saying, and surf through the net, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna find that. Like I was really not like an internet savvy type of guy, you know what I'm saying? Because I come from the streets, so it was like always fuck them phones, fuck the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like I come from that background. Like you don't want to even be around it. You don't want the exposure. You don't want the like to see you in that way. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to make my money and go home.
Right. You don't want to come. You don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Like you got camera phones and all of it. Like you don't want to be in that light. You damn near don't even want to be in a picture. You know what I'm saying? Where I come from. Like so, it's like when you got these phones now, where you can just anything can go viral at any second, dog. Like people capitalize on it, but for real niggas, man, they still feel like, you know what I'm saying, fuck these phones and fuck the internet and all that shit. Like, you will see that.
Like, I know people literally that still got flip phones just for that reason.
No, for real. You ain't real talk, dog. Real talk.
Yo, I got, your manager sent me over 4 joints. Now, first off, man, like, this Mary Kate and Ashley, bruh.
Yeah.
Like I literally listened to that joint on the way. Like I go between. It's a couple of songs I listen on the way to work, but I pull up into the parking lot listening to that, man. And
right.
Gets me through my 12-hour shift.
Man, appreciate it, man. Yeah. Well, with Mary Kate, like it was just a song that, you know what I mean. It kind of was like I like to be versatile. Like I like to be versatile in what I do. You know what I'm saying. I don't want to just be stuck, you know what I'm saying? And that comes from me being a writer first. You know what I'm saying? For so long I was doing a lot of writing. Like I said, I was under Wyclef doing hella writing, you know what I'm saying? Writing for Hulu and Netflix and, you know what I'm saying, Cardi B and motherfucking writing for Wyclef himself and Lauryn Hill and all these different artists that I was working for, you know what I'm saying, writing, trying to make hit records for, you know what I'm saying, writing for, and sending out placements and shit like that. It does, you know what I'm saying? I tapped into a different type of, you know what I'm saying? Tapped into a different type of mindset where I'm like, I need to be versatile with my pen, you know what I'm saying? So that kind of like reflected on me as an artist, you know what I'm saying? It like made me think different outside the box as an artist. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could keep it one way, but why? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know what I'm saying? That I'm gonna change with the music regardless. Whenever the music changes, I'm gonna change with the music. That's why I think I'm, you know what I'm saying, still here.
I don't know if that's necessarily like needed.
But it's not needed. But I mean, it's for the most part. Like, it's not saying that you have to change with the music, but you have to always constantly reinvent yourself to be, you know what I'm saying, to be a better you. I'm not saying that you have to go out and because these niggas doing drill, I gotta go do a drill record, or because they doing this, I gotta do that. Like, because if that was the case, then I would sound like my normal Milwaukee, Detroit type style. You know what I'm saying? But I don't get that. I don't get that from people. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, me personally, I feel like that's, you know what I'm saying, dumbing it down. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, for a certain sound, I feel like that's dumbing it down when you have a creative gene, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That you can do multi things, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like the better you are as an artist, the more polished you are as an artist, the more versatile you are, you know what I'm saying, the longevity is gonna be there for you.
So this is what we're gonna do. Cause like I had to it sounds better when I play a video as opposed to a song. Like just the MP3. So 2 of them I just put the flyer on. I just made a video basically.
Right.
One of them is I got a shout out to the Playmaker, man. That is my
Man, the
guy,
Playmaker.
Man. Yo, shout out to that guy, man.
Man.
If anybody got a name that suits them, is
man,
that
listen, Playmaker is the GOAT. He's the marketing guru. You know what I'm saying? He is the next generation. You know what I'm saying? He is right now. He is what the industry needs right now. He is by far one of the sharpest. Man, he is by far one of the best, you know what I'm saying, one of the greatest minds in, you know what I'm saying, in music right now, period. He like an uncut gem. Like you don't even he ain't even tapped into what he gonna be yet, you know what I'm saying, as a influence on the industry, dog.
Man, I agree with you 3,000%. And I'm not sure, I don't have the names on the joints. I'm pretty sure this is my joint right here. I'm gonna play 2. We're gonna talk about them when I come back.
Right.
That's cool with you?
Cool. Let's do it.
All right, that's bet.
John the Jew. I'ma do a double shot in 1942 before I have to do something to a nigga. I ain't lying, y'all fucking up the mood. Got me chain smoking, so to keep it cool. Big racks here, I'm raking in the blue. White teeth thugging with designer for the shoes. On my neck with them trophies, I'm covered in jewels. I got rich on Peruvian flake from Peru. This what hustlers do, yeah. Nosebleed nigga in them cheap seats. While I'm on the floor and I'm cleaner than a neat freak. Riding in the phone, throw the deuces, hit the horn like beep beep. 3D vision in your glasses just to see me, yeah. I took the game that the OGs took patience to show me and whipped it and made it my own. And my mama told me the day you get out here in these streets, the day you out here on your own. H1 press the hook, you know it's two of me. I don't fuck with new niggas, my niggas that don't win, you know they glued to me. And you know it's eye for an eye, so I keep a pair of eyes for every cop tryna slide on me. I'ma do a double shot in 1942 before I have to do something to a nigga. I ain't lying, y'all fucking up the mood. Got me chain smoking, so to keep it cool. Big racks here, I'm raking in the blue. White teeth thugging with designer for the shoes. On my neck with them trophies, I'm covered in jewels. I got rich on Peruvian flake from Peru. This what hustlers do, yeah. The more money I get, the more problems be in my life. Throw the grams in the pot, tryna make a way. And load the phone with the pops, tryna make a play. It's time. My flock gotta match my grind. I'm tryna ball on them Jordan in this prime, double up, yeah. Tryna turn a nickel to a dime, yeah. Balenciaga, I'm stepping, don't step to me, nigga, unless I done checked all your reference. Cause my fingers crimp counting presents. Them hundreds and fifties my preference. Straight drop of weather, I'm stretching it. I'ma push blow like a doctor push medicine. Fuck 12, they gotta do their job. It's strict rules with the mob. I don't know Rico, so y'all better have on your double shot in 1942 before I have to do something to a nigga. I ain't lying, y'all fucking up the mood. Got me chain smoking, so to keep it cool. Big racks here, I'm raking in the blue. White teeth thugging with designer for the shoes. On my neck with them trophies, I'm covered in jewels. I got rich on Peruvian flake from Peru. This what hustlers do, yeah.
This that one right here, bro.
Yo, Sean, you fucking them up on this one. I got 2 bitches with me and they wanna get nasty. I got twin glass, I call them Mary Kate and Ashley. I got 2 seats in the Lambo, you can't catch me. I got 2 phones so the feds don't try to tap me. I got 2 high flew Dubai to Miami. I got 2 pounds in the Ziploc like Sammy. I got 2 bitches with me and they wanna get nasty. I got twin glass, I call them Mary Kate and Ashley. What's better than one bitch? I need 2 up. She broke my heart, 9 niggas through left. top. One save, two different nights. One nigga in a two-seater and there's two of those in the parking lot. I know two brothers that'll get the guap. Free Looney, welcome home, child. I got 2 eyes with my Cardi's on, yeah, that's 4 eyes just to see the ops. I got 2 bitches with me and they wanna get nasty. I got twin glass that call them Mary Kate and Ashley. I got 2 seats in the Lambo, you can't catch me. I got 2 phones so the feds don't try to tap me. I got 2 high flew Dubai to Miami. I got 2 pounds in the Ziploc like Sammy. I got 2 bitches with me and they wanna get nasty. I got twin glass that call them Mary Kate and Ashley. About to have a menage, that's a 3-way for a boss. She put the work in while her best friend finished me off. One price tag, 2 niggas hands, double the cost. One scene, double homicide, sorry for your loss, yeah. Presidential suite, top flow, security like a male chapo. I get the bag, yeah, I'm in my bag, but I put my racks in the box though. It's time to, but it's a lot more. 1 brick, 2 pots though. 1 pot for the straight drop, and the other pot stretch Armstrong. 1 pint, 2 double cups. 1 morning grow, 1 touch. Smoking out of 2 pounds on the table, 1 cookie and the other 1 runs. I got 2 bitches just to roll blunts. 1 swisher, 1 roll Dutch. I'm H1, I got 1 life, but it's 2 times when I live it up. I got 2 bitches with me and they wanna get nasty. I got twin glass that call them Mary Kate and Ashley. I got 2 seats in the Lambo, you can't catch me. I got 2 phones so the feds don't try to tap me. I got 2 high flew Dubai to Miami. I got 2 pounds in the Ziploc like Sammy. I got 2 bitches with me and they wanna get nasty. I got twin glass that call them Mary Kate and Ashley.
Yo. Oh my God, bro. Yo. What's the process for you?
Man, it's a long. It's. I ain't gonna say it's a long process, but it's a process because I'm one of them artists that I don't go in the studio and just sit around for hours like I used to no more. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to go in the studio, dog. I'm talking about sun up to sundown. Like I used to be. I'm talking about literally live in this motherfucker, like eating fucking cold sandwiches and shit. And, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Warming up noodles and shit in that motherfucker like I'm in prison or some shit. Like locked in that motherfucker. No cap. Like I was one of them type of lab rats. You know what I mean? It was like no knock. That's what you're supposed to be. You know what I mean? Like that's if you really want to make it in the industry, you
Damn, you just went mute on me. I don't know what happened, bro. Somebody might be calling you though. Yeah, I'm not sure. You know what though? While we get that fixed, let me go ahead and do this little commercial real quick. We good?
I don't know. I'm on.
Well,
I'll just put my camera on.
Yeah,
I got it. There you go.
Well, it was there. I can hear you. Then I can see you.
All right.
Yeah, we good. We good. We got both. But yeah, you was telling me about the process, and you know what? For me, just real quick, like whatever you doing, bro, this shit works.
It's really like the process, just like really. Right now, I kind of be like I be shooting with a purpose, bro. Like, and they tell me like my manager be on my ass, like he be like, man, make the music, make the music, make the music, and they be like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like now I shoot with a purpose, so it's like I really dig deep and come up with like a thought process behind records now, where it's just like every record that I make, I want it to be a hit or a smash or a record that I know that's gonna not just like a filler or a mixtape record. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm shooting for a Billboard hit every time I shoot now, and it's like, and I know you can't really say you can't call what's a hit now. Nowadays, the fucking TikTok bullshit song could be a hit record. So it's like I get caught up in that, and it's like I need to go back to where I used to be, like where I would record for hours and hours in a day. But you know what I'm saying? Like right now, I just been so focused on the behind the scenes shit and learning the behind the scenes and what to do after the record. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then as far as, you know what I'm saying, pushing the record and, you know what I'm saying, shit like that, like I've been focused on that. But my process to making that record right there, it was ill because I was tapped in with another writer. His name was Mike Kellogg.
Mm.
This white guy. Shout out to Mike Kellogg, but he a dope writer. You know what I'm saying? And he was just like we was bouncing back ideas back and forth to each other and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And, he got a real distinct voice. He sound kind of like a, a rock and roll type dude. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But he was just like take it up, take he like man go up there and reach. Like he wanted me to reach like you know what I'm saying? Because I got two different type of tones that I use when I rap, and that's what, and that's
Yeah.
and that's where I get and everybody's saying that, and that's why I named my album H1 versus H1 the Hook. It's like I'm two different people when I'm on there, and it's like people I know had listening sessions or I had went in front of people, you know, they be like, man, that's you, and then I fuck them up and play another song. They be like, that's you, like they don't know where to put me at. It's like, but I be trying to still keep it within my same like you know what I'm saying, my same type of rhyme schemes and flow of my like my content when I talk about it, keep it in the same realm so a motherfucker know it's me. But you'll hear because once I feel like I'm you know what I'm saying, like I'm not sounding like me or some
Mm-hmm.
shit like that, I throw it in and you'll know it's me. You know what I'm saying? So it's
So
like
so let me ask you this: what was the biggest takeaway from the Kevin Gates tour?
oh
And
my
what's that nigga like?
bro, I'm gonna be honest, though. Like Gates is he is what you see. Like he's a no cap. Like he one of them dudes that you know what I'm saying. Like you could tell he don't roll with security. You know what I'm saying? He don't roll with security. Uh, he's one of them people that you know what I'm saying. Like you could tell he's all about business with him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
He in a space now in his career where you know what I'm saying he done been through those. You know what I'm saying? Those early ages of the career where he was probably getting into altercations and shit like
Yeah.
with fans and shit like that. And it's just all business with him, and I can respect that. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
it's like as far as like if, hands on, he not too much hands on with the people that's around him, like with artists, like you know what I'm saying, shit like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like more so just like with business, but you know what I'm saying. He gave off the thumbs up and shit like that, the nods, and you know what I'm saying, and he gave off the you know what I'm saying the respect. You know what I'm saying? He showed the respect. You know what I'm saying? It was like I respect you like that. You know what I'm saying? Good show. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
good shit. Like that's a hit. You know what I'm saying? He told me that a couple times about my song Dog Food and shit like that. He's like, man, that's a banger. You know what I'm
That
saying?
is a banger.
But he just one of those quiet people that you know what I'm saying that's about business and he about attacking it like that when he go to the venues because you know what I'm saying had some backlash man with fighting fans and shit like that. So I can
Yeah.
understand where he coming from with that shit, dog. Like you know what I'm saying. And he worth a lot of money, so you know what I'm saying. You don't want to fuck the bag off, man. Just trying to be too, you know what I'm saying, cool with people and all that type of shit. But
No, you definitely don't want to fuck the bag up. You know.
yeah, but the biggest take I got away from him it was like, as far as that, I mean, like I never knew. I always knew that you know what I'm saying. The touring was you know what I'm saying. Touring the tour life is different. You know what I'm saying. When I was touring with Wyclef, I was touring. We was doing a lot of we was doing a lot of Caribbean spots and shit like that. We was doing like venues that was doing a lot of Caribbean shit because you know Wyclef he a
Yeah.
Haitian artist, so you know what I'm saying. We was
Yeah.
doing a lot of that type of shit. But when I got with Gates, you know what I'm saying, we doing the big boy shit. We doing the rap. We doing the hip hop. You know what I'm saying. But
Right.
it was more so
Arenas and
like
shit.
yeah arenas. But it's like with the arenas, you know what I'm saying. You got more of a diverse fan base. You got
Yeah.
a diverse crowd. You know what I'm saying. We was rocking but we rocking smaller cities. But these small cities we rocking I'm talking about the whole city coming out to this shit. Like we in motherfucking Billings, Montana. Like this shit is like a
Wait a minute. This nigga, y'all had a show in Billings, Montana.
Billings, Montana. Like and this shit up here with Indians, like an Indian reservation or some shit like that.
Yo.
So it's like we up here and I'm looking around like, what the fuck? This shit look like some shit off of, you know what I'm saying? Like this shit look like some old 1975 ass shit, like you know what I'm saying. But they hip hop culture was strong. Like they was like he had like diehard fans and shit. Like motherfuckers crying and shit, dog, when he came on stage. It's like they embraced the shit out of us, bro. Like they embraced me so well. Like we came on stage, did our shit. They embraced me so well. You know what I mean? and KB, you know what I'm saying? You know, he the playmaker. He all you know what I'm saying? I got play on the road with me, so you know, play gonna always, you know what I'm saying, give us the heads up on how the shit gonna work, because he go study the venue before we get there. We'll be in the hotel room getting dressed and shit. Play going out there, you know what I'm saying? He going out there to advertise and blow us up, you know what I'm saying? But he gonna always make sure that he get the game plan from the venue for whoever the promoters is, and you know what I'm saying? He checked the crowd out. He said he came back to my room, we knocked on the door. He said, "Hey, man, when you go back to this motherfucking venue, dog, when you go on stage, I don't give a fuck if you say motherfucking any, mini, mighty, mo, they gonna go crazy." He said, man, listen, this gonna be one of those. He said, let's just, you know, but KB all about business too. He said, man, let's get this footage. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we gotta bring this shit to life. We gotta make the, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody ain't in Billings, Montana. You know, we in Billings, Montana, but we got to bring Billings, Montana to the rest of the to the rest of the world. We got to bring Billings, Montana to the forefront. We got to put this shit on YouTube and make this shit look like a movie. You know what I mean? So he said, "Go out there and do your shit," and they embraced me so well, dog.
I seen some of the shots too, man. Like I don't know who is doing the shots, man, but they are actually doing a great job.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my boy Sterling, man. MD Visuals, man. He dope with the visuals. You know what I'm saying? He a part of the team. You know, Blackout. You know what I'm saying? We building a conglomerate around this motherfucker. So
I see, man. It's and like Blackout is like every move you can tell has been thought out precisely, but to execute, like anybody can come up with a plan. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
yeah.
Not everybody can execute the plan.
Yeah, but it starts from the head though, man. You start from the head, you know what I mean? You got to start from our CEO, man. Like our CEO, man. You got to have that person that's willing to step out there and put their money where their mouth is, dog, and who really passionate and genuine about the music industry to the point where he not taking no for an answer. He not one of them people that's gonna get pushed over, rolled over, and just sit there. He not one of them people that's just gonna get passed around and played. He gonna do his research, and he willing to take that chance with his artists. He willing to, you know what I'm saying? And one thing I always learned, like, back in the day, we used to try to come up with little record labels. Oh, we such and such records. You know what I'm saying? You know, back in the day, you want to come with your own record label.
Yeah.
But I learned quick as a motherfucker, man. Record label, you better take that record label, the label off that motherfucker. Like, you better take that off that quick, because dog, to be a label, dog, you have to be able to sustain the artist when they ain't doing shit, dog. That's the hardest part.
Yeah.
Now you got me. It's my turn, but then you got Chop and you got 54, and you got, you know what I'm saying? You got Party, you got this, you got that. So when it's my turn, he got to be able to make sure that these niggas staying relevant. These niggas making noise. You know what I'm saying? These niggas still eating. They afloat.
Without stepping on your toes.
Without stepping on my toes. And with also everything that I'm doing, it's a piggyback. You know what I'm saying? For them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, or vice versa, whatever Party doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? And if it's Party time, and if it's time for Party to drop, how can we get behind him? How can we do this? Or, you know what I'm saying? How we gonna be sustained? Like, you know what I'm saying? How can we make sure we stay afloat? Are we getting shows? Are we, you know what I'm saying? Are we getting followers? Are we getting, you know what I'm saying? Are we putting the proper content on the internet? You know what I'm saying? To keep our name relevant while we push one artist. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like, that shit is hard when, you know what I'm saying, you got the biggest record labels in the world that you going up against, but you are independent, and they doing this same thing to artists. So you got Rock Nation who pushing Rihanna and fucking J. Cole and 4 other artists at the same time. But this one of the biggest engines in the world. So how could Blackout compete with these motherfuckers? And that's when you got a nigga like Playmaker that's gonna give you.
He gonna put you where you need to be.
He gonna give you caviar with glitter on the shit. So it's like, okay, we seen caviar, but we ain't never seen caviar with glitter. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the fuck going on. It's like no bullshit. That's what's going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? We gonna make this shit look larger than life. When we show up, we gonna look correct. When we show up, it's gonna look like who the fuck is these niggas? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that shit used to be that way. And Playmaker always told me, this is his favorite thing to tell me. He said to me every time, he say, H1, he said, everybody in the world streaming, everybody in the world bumping music, but what about the motherfuckers who still buying CDs, H1? He said, for every motherfucker who don't, he said, it's still 1 million motherfuckers. If it's
sure
500 million motherfuckers listen to the internet or the radio, it's still 2 or 3, 4 million motherfuckers that still put a CD in their deck.
It's niggas still going to the record store and buying albums.
Exactly. So guess what? He said, "What about them?" That's his favorite line. What about them? He said, and the best way to the best all with the streets ain't never been the wrong approach. If you can get the streets, you got the game.
Facts.
So
So
let's
when you
take it to
coming
the
out with
streets.
something new?
Right now, I've just got a just got my video back from my videographer. We shot a video in Miami. Uh, not this called to a song called "Not the Same." We shot the video maybe I want to say about 8 months ago. But yeah, I've been sitting on the video for about 8 months because I've been waiting to drop. I was on tour with Gates, and we were still working the Bad Bad single and the real one single with T Rail. So you know what I'm saying. Now I'm gonna drop this new single called "Not the Same." It's just a solo single with me on there, and with the visual. We about to drop that, and then I got a mixtape coming out called H1 Two Times. You know what I'm saying? So
I
this
can't
gonna
wait
be
to hear that shit.
yeah, man. It's gonna be about 15 songs, but it's gonna be dope. You know what I'm saying? Hosted by DJ from Milwaukee called my tour DJ Music by Manny. I'm bringing back that old mixtape feel where it was like mixtapes was important. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up in that mixtape era where it was like the Waynes and the Jeezys and the motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? They was dropping with, you know what I'm saying, Don Cannon and motherfucking DJ
DJ
Drama and
Drama.
Scream and all of them.
Yeah.
Like,
You
I
had
come
to
from
have
that.
it.
You had to have that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's like lost in the industry because it's like, everything's so lost in the industry with this shit with this TikTok, this disposable shit. But when you really can go and show up these people a solid body of work, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's a mixtape, like Wayne got one of the greatest mixtapes ever for me with no ceilings, dog. And it's just like this nigga was just like murdering everybody's shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I remember dog we was going to TSU homecomings and shit like that, and I'm listening to this shit. And they was going crazy over this shit. So it's like in that mixtape, even with Jeezy has one of the biggest mixtape Gucci Man. Like you got these mixtapes, dog, still hold weight, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm gonna drop this mixtape, you know what I'm saying, and get these people this body of work, and then hopefully like around the first or second quarter of this year, you know what I'm saying, for the first or second quarter, I'm gonna drop me a album or EP or something like that, man. But this
Are
mixtape
you
gonna
gonna do
be
a video for Mary Kate and Ashley, bro?
yeah,
I missed
that's in the
that.
works right now, man. That's in the works right now.
Like I need that, bro.
We gotta shoot. We got a shoot date already prepared. So we about to start shooting that soon. And when we get done with that, you know what I'm saying? I make sure I sing some BTS, bro.
Please do, bro. Because
Yeah,
I need that in my life right there,
I got
man.
you, bro.
Because that going to, I ain't heard the other joint you about to drop, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
But that one is
right.
going to do numbers for you.
Yeah, man. I
I
hope so,
absolutely
bro.
guarantee you.
I hope so. I appreciate that, man.
I'm just an old nigga with 2 ears, but I'm
Man,
telling you.
yeah, man. I did my research, man. You're an old nigga with two great ears, man. You're an
Yo,
old nigga with two great ears. You know what I mean?
it's hard for me to really rock with people, and I think they trash.
Right.
You know, I'm trying to work on that because, like, I was talking to, I interviewed Big Hef, I don't know, it was a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and what he
Yeah.
was saying made a complete sense. Just because I think something is trash doesn't mean that there aren't 10 million other people that
Hey,
rock with
listen,
it.
I had to learn that the hard way, man. It's like, you know what I'm saying, dealing with what's going on right now in the industry. It's like this should have sour your whole thought process. You know what I'm saying? It'll make you don't want to
Yeah.
work with people, and you know what I'm saying? It'll make you biased to work with people. And it's like we in that era now, we just gotta accept it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like we have to embrace it, and then we have to find the art within it. You know what I'm saying? We have to find the
Yep.
cadence within it. That you know what I'm saying? Even if it's just like, okay, we might not rock with that, but this nigga got Metro Boomin, so shit. Metro got these smackers on here, so at least I can bob in my head to this
Right.
shit. You know what I'm saying? So even if the lyrical content not there, you know what I'm saying? Because for the most part, like man, we done dumb music down so bad, dog. I remember we
Damn, you done went mute again. I don't know if you can hear me, but yeah. I'm not sure why that's happening. I'm at the call StreamYard, the CEO. Like I really got access to the CEO of StreamYard. I don't. Yo, but I don't know. We'll fix it. I got another joint I can play. Man,
are we
are we
back
good?
on?
Yeah, we good.
Yeah,
Because I was about
yeah,
to play. I think this roller coaster.
yeah. But
Go ahead, bro.
no, when we was talking about the music, like with the damn music and shit, like the shit, like if you the shit so disposable, bro. Like so you gotta really just find artists and find the art within the artist. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of artists I don't fuck with, but you know what I'm saying? I see where they going. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
see where the industry going, and
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I never catch myself, me personally, trying to keep up with that, but I'm definitely gonna keep up with the industry. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely gonna keep up where the game going sonically.
Yeah,
So I
I
can
feel you
always
on that.
keep up with the sonics of the shit. You know what
Fucking
I'm
with
saying?
them kicks too, by the way.
Yeah, man. You know I'm
Just saying.
a shoe head,
Dog, is
sneaker
those
head.
is those yellow?
No, them like a lime green type shit, like a mint
Those is
green.
cold right
Yeah.
there. Yeah, that's out of my price range though. You know,
Nah, man, you
y'all
can
rich
afford shit
niggas.
like that.
Yo, let me play this roller coaster. I think this is a roller coaster. That I love that song too, man. And yo, I went back. I listened to what was District 13.
Yeah.
The other joint with Wavy D is it Wavy D?
Yeah, it's YBD.
Yeah, y'all got a nice chemistry, by the way.
Yeah, big shots to YBD, man. You know what I'm saying? That was my, you know what I'm saying? That I did about one of my first albums that I had dropped. I dropped it with him, one of my first albums. So, you know what I'm saying? It was like a joint album, but, you know what I'm saying? Big shots out to Wavy D. You know what I'm saying? He out there in Phoenix doing his shit right now. So, big ups to Wavy D. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? We keep in contact and shit like that, but big ups to Wavy D and producer Wavy Boy and, you know what I'm saying? That whole movement, you know what I'm saying? Well, I went through some shit with them niggas, you know what I'm saying? As far as like musically, like we went through a journey together. So, you know what I'm saying? With
Yeah.
that being said, like me stepping out, be doing my own shit now, you know what I'm saying? And me being with Blackout, I definitely, you know what I'm saying, pay my homage and respect to them niggas because we did a lot of big shit, but did a lot of big things together.
You where you need to be right now, though. I guarantee you.
Oh,
that.
no, definitely. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but let's get into this. Matter of fact, go ahead. You could introduce this one. I'm gonna leave this roller coaster.
Yeah, man. This is one of my singles that I dropped earlier this year, called Roller Coaster, produced by Wavy Boy, man. Y'all check it out.
Let's go.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wavy boy go crazy.
Oh, dope boy roller coaster. She skipped the line and get back home whenever it's over. Have you ever made love to a drug dealer? I'm counting money while you're dancing naked in the mirror. Dancing naked in the mirror.
Dope boy roller coaster. She skipped the line and get back home whenever it's over. Have you ever made love to a drug dealer? I'm counting money while you're dancing naked in the mirror. Dancing naked in the mirror.
She feeling herself off the Henny, so gone and slide. Dope boy roller coaster, baby, welcome to the ride. You can keep them panties on, I'ma put them to the side. I'm first 48 in that pussy when I get inside. Reaching for heaven, hands to the sky, yeah. You riding around with a double. Fuck 12, little mama a stuffer. I get the money while she counting the money. Yeah, we running up the numbers. Gucci, Louis, is it hers? Fuck around and I'll buy you a Birkin. 20,000 on a purse. I get my dream when she deserves, yeah.
We go up and down, round and round. Speed it up and take it slow. Baby, hold on to me tight. Just enjoy the ride.
Dope boy roller coaster. She skipped the line and get back home whenever it's over. Have you ever made love to a drug dealer? I'm counting money while you dancing naked in the mirror. Dancing naked in the mirror.
Dope boy roller coaster. She skipped the line to get back home whenever it's over. Have you ever made love to a drug dealer? I'm counting money while you're dancing naked in the mirror. Dancing naked in the mirror.
Ain't no skipping, it's worth it to wait in the line. Dope boy's dangerous, but one hell of a vibe. You can be Tasha and I can be Ghost. You can be Bonnie and I can be Clyde. We can be Queen and Slim and that old school on them 24 sitting high. But you gotta be trained to go. You gotta be good under pressure. You fucking around with a stepper. There's nothing more sexy to a nigga like me when you play your role. I fucked her with the Jerry O, so we don't need no lights on. She want an H1 to hook in my ear like she's singing a song.
We go up and down, round and round. Speed it up and take it slow. Baby, hold on to me tight. Just enjoy the ride.
Dope boy roller coaster. She skipped the line and get back home when over. Have you ever made love to a drug dealer? I'm counting money while you're dancing naked in the mirror. Dancing naked in the mirror.
Dope boy roller coaster. She skipped the line to get back on whenever it's over. Have you ever made love to a drug dealer? I'm counting money while you're dancing naked in the mirror. Dancing naked in the mirror.
Yo, that just is crazy right there.
Yeah,
Yo,
man.
I never. Who picks the chicks?
You know, we do castings and shit like that. So you know what I'm saying. Well, the girl that's in the video right there, her name Tierra. She a family friend. She had came with the energy though. The day we had shot, she came with the energy, man. And, you know what I'm saying. It was like the day we had to do the audition, she came with the energy, so it was like a no brainer to pick her. But you know what I'm saying. She do a lot of modeling and acting and shit like that. You know what I'm saying. So you know what I'm saying. She was like a natural to come to that part. But yeah, big shout out to Tierra, man.
That's dope, man. What's it like, bruh? Like just the whole like you come. Some people don't appreciate the journey because it was so short, but you didn't see the ups and downs, and now you right at the cusp of where you want to be. How you feel about that? What's it like?
Man, it still feel like it's so much more to be done. You know what I'm saying? It's rewarding. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because even with the small victories is a victory. You know what I'm saying? But it's accolades. You know what I'm saying? There's more notches under the belt. You know what I'm saying? There's resume, but you know what I'm saying? You still want to continue to build on that. You know what I'm saying? It's like I ain't get this far to, you know what I'm saying, to be satisfied. You know what I'm saying? I still got that hunger. I still want to still think that I ain't made my best record yet. You know what I'm saying? I go to the studio like my niggas jumping up and down, man, that's the coldest shit you ever said. And I be like, no, that's not, bro. Like I ain't made my best shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It been records that made, it done been records that I done sat there and listened to that I made where I done fucking around and bust out crying, you know what I'm saying? In the process of making these motherfuckers because
Really?
you like shit hit home. Yeah, yeah. Like, man, you know, you go through shit. Listen, just because I'm making music and I'm trying to be a damn artist, man, life don't stop, dog. You know what I'm saying? Bodies drop, people dying from cancer, and you know what I'm saying, and family members doing this, and then it's the biggest part of it all is, you know what I'm saying, that you gotta neglect your family. You know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't gonna say neglect, but it's like
You got to make a choice.
you gotta make a sacrifice, boss, to
Yeah.
be like, okay, well, this is what I'm doing, so that y'all can be straight down the line. You know what I'm saying? So that y'all have something to hang your hat on down the line where you ain't gotta sit there and slave 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Your dad can actually leave you something, or you know what I'm saying? Or I can, you know, you ain't got to worry about health insurance, and you ain't got to worry about this and that, or you ain't got to worry about your college tuition because it's paid for. You know what I mean? It's like you want to get to that spot in life. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, me personally, I never felt like being a model straight cookie cutter citizen. You know what I'm saying? You can only do so much. You know what I'm saying? You only can do so much of. You know what I'm saying? Even with I watched my dad do it before he died. Rest in peace, my pops. Like. My pops worked construction and did all this and shit, you know what I'm saying? But when he died, you know what I'm saying? It was like, I mean, you don't know when somebody gonna leave this earth, but when he died, it was tragic. But it was like, I watched him give his, you know what I'm saying? He come in with the damn hard hat and the boots on and drain. Like, so it was like, I still didn't get a chance to get the best of my dad because when he come in the house, he stumbled and he drained. You know what I'm saying? So it was, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, what could I do so that at least when I get in my motherfucking 40s and 50s, you know what I'm saying, could I leave something, you know what I'm saying, to where, can I be able to go to a baseball game with my kids and enjoy his games? And, you know what I'm saying? Something
kids,
like,
bro?
Yeah, I got kids. I got 3. But it's like, something like, you know how I live with LeBron James? You know how you going through the shit with Bronny James?
Yeah.
I bet for a long period of his time, he felt like he was neglecting his kids, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he on the road all the time, but now he's seeing the fruits of his labor. He's seeing his sons coming up. Now they playing ball. Now these niggas doing good. Now they on magazine covers and shit like that. So it's like you trying to pave the way for that. You know what I'm saying? But
That's
it's like
why Tom Brady getting divorced now, because like to reach a certain level of greatness, you can't turn it off.
hell no. It's no turning off. And it's like it's a certain selfishness you have to have. And I'm not gonna say that it's because it's not always bad to be selfish.
You should be.
Yeah, you got to be selfish sometimes because you got to grab a bull by the horn. Boss, ain't nobody gonna do it for you.
No.
You know what I'm saying? you got to stick your fork in there. You know what I'm saying? If you just motherfucker put the plate up there and then they say chow, and then a motherfucker it's 60
Now you
niggas at the
depended on that
table.
nigga though.
It's 60 niggas at the table with a fork. Shit, everybody going for that big piece of meat. Shit, I know I'm going in for the kill. So shit, I mean, cause I got people to feed off this piece of meat I'm finna grab. You know what I
Right.
mean?
It ain't just you. It's,
Hell
I got
no,
a team
dog.
behind me. We
Man,
all gotta
listen,
eat.
dog, and it's bigger than that because it's like now I'm setting the standard for the next nigga that's finna come up there and grab that same piece of meat from Milwaukee. I gotta set the standard for when he come. Nigga, oh, H1 came like this, I gotta come like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I gotta come like that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta come full fledged like H1 did. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like my whole thing when I faced the adversity as an artist coming up, dog. My whole thing was, dog, I can't wait. Like I used to walk in fucking record stations, and we got a radio station, V100 here. One of the shout out to V100, one of the biggest radio stations here and shit, Clear Channel. But I remember walking in that motherfucker, dog, and I had one of the hottest songs playing in the nightclubs. Like my shit in the nightclub, in every nightclub when I'm not even there. Like I'm walking into these motherfuckers and they like, oh, your song they just was playing your shit. Like I'm walking in these clubs and like, you know what I'm saying? And it was like I had one of the hottest songs in the city. You know what I'm saying? If not the hottest song, but the radio station wouldn't play my shit. No, because they don't play local music. They just only play what's in their rotation for Clear Channel. So it's like with me having meetings and shit with program directors and shit like that, dog, as a young age, I used to always be like, I used to sit there and listen to, you know what I'm saying, they spill because I understood where they was bigger than them. So it's like, ain't nothing I can do this shit bigger than me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I understood it, but it was like, I gotta change that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always felt that I had to change that as an artist. Like, when I get to when I get to a certain light, they gonna have to respect me so much that I'm gonna bring a whole different wave to musically to Milwaukee. I'm gonna bring a whole nother motherfucking. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring us an industry. I'm gonna bring us value to Milwaukee to where the point they can't deny us. And it's like along my journey, like I used to watch Playmaker from a distance, dog. Like I used to be always a fan of his work and a fan of what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. He always felt like the same way about me, but like everything happened with time and even with our CEO, my CEO, you know what I'm saying? I remember he was the first person to tell me, like, man, you're gonna be a star. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when I do the song, do the dog food song, I put Looney on the remix down, you know what I'm saying? The CEO, like, man, Loon, let's lock you in. Let's put H1 up on the team, you know what I'm saying? It's like because it's
Damn, we just went mute again. You got an Android, bro? I think you got an Android, man. There can't be no iPhone fucking up like that. No, I'm just fucking with you. I'm just talking shit. I can't hear you though, bro. Huh?
You got me now?
Yeah.
I said it's on do not disturb, but they still.
I was talking shit about your phone, bro. So when you watch this again, don't get mad at me, bro.
No, I'm team my phone, man. You know. We got business to take care of off these phones, man.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm like, damn, you got an Android and shit, man. Why you shit going in and out? Can't be no iPhone.
No, anyway. It is.
Yo, so shit, man. I know you got shit to do, bro. I ain't gonna hold you up too long, man. Yo, this has been fucking dope, man.
Well, yeah, it's a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure,
man. I love having good conversations, man. And and the realness is evident. I see why motherfuckers fuck with H1.
Man, I hope they do, man, because at the end of the day, it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no me, but I'm just the same OG, man. You know what I'm saying? Cut and dry. I'm just who I am, dog. And I really just, dog, I want people to just, when they reflect back and look at my career or look at me musically or when the motherfucker talk about me at the, you know what I'm saying, behind my back like they gonna do and all that shit, they ain't gonna have too much bad to say about me. They gonna have more good than bad, you know what I'm saying? So they gonna find something bad to say about everybody. But I mean, at the end of the day, as long as I know I influence a culture here. You know what I'm saying? I got artists every day come up to me like, dog, you know what I'm saying? Because I was doing the rap singing shit before Drake.
Really? Yo, that's fucking dope though, man. Like, and I will say one thing though, man. Like you said earlier, like it's two of you. I'm gonna say it's 3 or 4. Sonically. And I'm just keeping it a buck. Fact. And it's like a hip hop symphony that works.
Dope, man. I appreciate that, dog. I ain't never thought of that way, but that's dope.
Yeah,
I'm gonna steal that line from you.
knock yourself out, man.
Hip hop symphony. Yeah,
Facts,
man. The hip hop symphony, man. I
make
might use
that's a
that.
hook for you.
Yeah, there you go.
Yo, and the hooks, nigga. Oh my goodness, I see why they call you the hook.
Yeah, I pride myself on that, man. You know, shout out to my boy Youngin, dog. He named me the hook. He said, dog, like, but the hook to catch his. He always told me that the hook to catch is part of the song. You got a good hook,
Yes,
you got a good beat. Fuck the rest
yes.
of the shit.
They could care less what you said. You
Yeah,
could
so
literally twiddle your thumbs in
yeah,
between, and niggas don't care.
yep, hell yeah. So I always pride myself on making a solid hook, and people. That's my claim to fame around here. Everybody call me for the hook. Can I get a hook? Can I get a hook? You know what I'm saying? It's just the prices not gonna went up a little bit, but I
Man,
still
yeah,
I still make it happen.
you can eat for the rest of your life just making hooks for
And
niggas.
and that's what I'm saying. Like I always, that's why as a writer, I always hone myself on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking back and doing my research, and you know what I'm saying. Motherfuckers know the biggest artists in the world didn't write that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Let
Michael
me ask you
Jackson,
this though, real quick before we go. Who do you think is the best writer,
the
songwriter?
man. It's so many, dog. Uh, it's so many songwriters who I respect. Man, I done sat in some writing sessions with some goats, but uh, you got to think about it like um, who did the best. You got to think about Smokey Robinson was one of the best writers ever because you got to think he
Facts.
got the biggest writer was what Michael Jackson was the biggest artist, one of the biggest artists in the world. If not the biggest artist that we ever had in the world, and Smokey was his writer. So you gotta look at people like Smokey. You gotta look at people like uh uh Dark Child,
Yeah,
Rodney
yeah.
Jerkins, uh, uh, Terry Lewis, and Jimmy
Jimmy
Jam.
Jam.
Man, them
Yeah.
niggas is dope.
I'm gonna say for my money, it's either Diane Warren or
Diane Warren, dope as hell.
yeah, she got man, talk about the bag. Oh my god, it's either her though or L.A. and Babyface.
The LA Babyface, you know them goats, all of them. Like I came
Yeah,
up. That's what I'm saying. Like I come from that R&B, that R&B that where music meant. You know what I'm saying? You had that. You couldn't. It wasn't all about hip hop. It was about telling a story. Or it was about love and shit like that. Like I come from where music was like that. You know what I'm saying? So like I definitely took bits and pieces of all that shit when I be harmonizing and I put my melodies to my music and shit like that. I make sure that I dig deep into that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? To that
have you
catalog.
have you made one about your pops?
That should be hard, man. I probably every now and then I mention him. You know what I'm saying? Or I mention my guy. Rest in peace to my best friend Alan Brown. He the one started me doing music. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The first hook I ever did was called "Who Am I" to one of his songs and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He used to
Mm-hmm.
beg me like, bro. We used to walk from the studio. My mom's house was on 13th Street. We used to walk to the fucking studio on 55th. So you know what I'm saying? We the whole time walking. We done walked damn near 15 miles to get to the studio, but the whole time they're walking, I used to help him write his raps. So
Mm-hmm.
when we get there, we can afford to pay for the studio time because when you know time is money. You can't go to no studio and
Facts.
don't have your shit prepared.
Facts.
And we ain't had no fucking money like that. We was working with a couple dollars and shit like that, you know, kids. But we was walking to the and he was like, dog, you damn near good as me. He like, dog, you need to be an artist. And when he died of carbon monoxide poisoning, dog, in the car and shit like that. Like some tragic ass shit. That always made me want to, you know what I'm saying, keep his name alive and keep his, you know what I'm saying, his legacy. I did it for him kind of in a way, but I always had a musical background. I always was dope at singing and shit like that. I used to be in, motherfucking in school, the girls sing, ain't you wanna sing? Doing that shit. I'm at the lunchroom beating on the table singing and shit, you know what I'm saying? Singing, and if I ever fall in love,
Yeah,
I'm gonna be on
that'll
the
get him
table.
right there.
Yeah, I'm
That'll
doing
get him.
that. I'm doing that shit. So you know what I mean? Like I come from that dog, but it's like touchy situations. It's hard to hit them touchy ones, man. Like no bullshit, like with pops and with my best friend Alan, and you know what I'm saying. Even with like more to recent shit. Like dog, like we've been having some fucked up shit going on in the world, man. And
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot of deaths and shit. It's just hard to hit them topics, but I try my best to try to squeeze it in because you know what I'm saying. I know that it relates to people. You know what I'm saying. I know people
Yeah.
going through shit like that, and it's
Yeah.
and you
And for
want to.
some reason, I just get the feeling that if anybody could really resonate and hit people, it would be you.
No, I appreciate that, man. And I'm gonna do my best to try to do that, man. And you know what I'm saying? Like I always take people say into consideration, especially like a motherfucker your statue, man. You know, you a goat, man. So I gotta take that from
Where?
you, man. You know what I'm
I
saying?
appreciate it. I'll take it.
You a historian, man. You know what I'm saying? Playmaker put me up on you, man. I know what's going on, so
Okay.
I know you a
Okay.
historian of this shit. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like I take that, you know what I'm saying? I always take that and be considerate of that shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I do this shit for the people, man. And it's like I really want to leave behind that legacy. Like, man, H.O. was solid. He was a solid artist, and you know what I'm saying, he gave the industry, he gave the game, you know what I'm saying, what we was looking for when we was looking for it at that time. So it's like I'll make sure I try to do that, man. But that shit, like that touchy situations, they hard though, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to rap, man, back in the day. And I made a song about my mom's one time. Rest in peace to her. But
Yeah.
she was still with us at the time.
Hmm.
And yo, man, I tell you, I talk about crying in the studio, man. I had a whole ass fit. I was in that bitch, and nothing. That's probably one of the highlights of my life was seeing my mama listen to that song and cry.
Right.
You know,
Right.
like that was just that's one of the top three best gifts I've ever given my mother.
Man, that's so dope, dog.
Yeah.
That's so dope. I was just, well, I was watching something about, I was watching a podcast. They had Omar Epps on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Omar Epps was talking about when he made Juice with Pac.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When they had made the movie Juice, he said that when they was filming, uh, the day they was filming the first scenes for the movie, he said they found in New York they had found a fucking baby in a dumpster.
Mm.
He said so. Pac. He said the whole day of filming, Pac had to stop filming because he was so fucked up about them finding that baby in the dumpster. That
Mm.
that's when he wrote Brenda's Got a Baby the next day.
Really?
So it was like, yeah, I think it's on Math Hoffa podcast.
Yo.
You check that
Shout out
out.
to Math.
Yeah,
Yo,
Math.
Math has really like
Oh yeah, he growing.
he got
He
yeah
growing. He growing.
they do he's got a really great show, man.
Yeah,
I fucks with Matt Hoffa.
but he was just giving like back. He was mad. They had Omar Epps on there. He gave a background about Tupac and shit. It was like that's crazy because you take, you know what I'm saying. That's real time, boss. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
That's like a motherfucker, and it's like he sent out a message. You know what I'm saying. Wasn't no internet, none of that shit. Like that shit went viral. Talking about Brenda's Got a Baby because now he bringing some shit that we see every day. Growing up in the hood, you see
yeah.
people when crack came in, you see motherfuckers selling their kids and leaving
Oh,
babies in garbage cans and shit like that. But the
yeah,
world never do this. You know what I'm saying? So for
yeah.
Pac to take that shit and make the world see that shit through his eyes, it was like that shit was like viral shit then before viral shit was viral. You know what I mean? Like
Facts.
this man talking about babies in the garbage can. That's a touchy situation, but like that shit
That's
is
what makes
that
him
should
the
be
goat for
inspiring me,
me.
dog. Yeah, hell yeah. Definitely.
Like
That's
can't
what
nobody
inspired
else
me.
touch you in hip hop like Pac did. There may be a
Hell no.
song
Hell
here and
no.
there, you know, but as an artist, like that dude could make you want to go shoot somebody, could make you want to go call your mama, could make you go hug your kids, all in the
Yep.
same fucking project.
Yep. So,
You know,
man,
so
I know exactly. That's what and I pride myself on trying to, you know what I'm saying, to live vicariously through, through the music what that
yeah,
they gave us. You know what I'm saying? That music that they gave us, that was my motherfucking soundtrack of my life, dog. So it's like me personally, I gotta give that back to somebody for them to be able to make that they soundtrack for their life. You know what I'm saying? H1 style.
absolutely. Absolutely. Yo, bro, if you ever fucking need anything, man, y'all got my math, just hit me up. Oh, damn, I'm not sure what happened. Yo, I really rocks with H1 though, bro. And again, man, shout out to the Playmaker, man, for the link up. Um, if you have not, as of yet, tapped in the Blackout Entertainment, make sure you do, man. When I say they have a phenomenal lineup, they have a phenomenal lineup. And when I say they got a sound, but they don't sound alike, I absolutely mean that. And I'm gonna have a few of their artists on over the next month or so, cause people need to hear what they got going on, man. Milwaukee is, you ask me, Milwaukee's up next, and if the playmaker is any indication, and trust me, Google the playmaker, you'll find out what the fuck I'm talking about, and if not, you will in a moment. Anyway, on that note, man, this has been dope. Gotta give a shout out to Photos by Van, man. Appreciate you, bruh. Shout out to Nate, man. Shout out to you, bruh. And just enjoy your day, enjoy your life. Hopefully, if you was having a bad day, I was able to make it a little bit better. And if you was having a good day, we was able to make it great. On that note, you already know, man, this is Jobs. This has been another episode of Intellectually Petty Radio. And again, I want to thank the brother H1 The Hook. Please go tap into him on YouTube. And matter of fact, let me give you his IG, and let me make sure I give it to you correctly, because it's H1_D as in David A Hook. Facts. Go check him out. Anyway, on that note, I'm out. Y'all have a good one. Peace.